Every story begins long before the opening shot, before the dialogue, before the conflict. It begins in the quiet place where emotion lives. The ache, the longing, the memory you can't quite name. Welcome to Backstory Movies, a space for people who don't just watch films, they feel them, who listen for the silence between lines, who notice the way a character breathes when they're holding back the truth, who understand that sometimes the most powerful moments are the ones that never fully happen. Here, we explore cinema the way it was meant to be experienced, through emotion, psychology, and the invisible threads that pull characters and us towards something deeper. If you've ever walked out of a movie carrying a feeling you just couldn't shake, you're in the right place. This is Backstory Movies, where every frame has a heartbeat and every story has a soul. It's a moment in every great film when something inside us shifts. A line, a look, a scene, and suddenly we're not just watching a story, we're feeling it. Movies have a way of slipping past our defenses, bypassing logic, and speaking directly to the emotional core of who we are. They don't ask for permission. They don't wait for us to be ready. They simply arrive. And something in us responds. Welcome to Season 2 of Emotional Storytelling Through Film. Today, we're stepping into the emotional blueprint of cinema and exploring why movies hit us so hard. No matter where we are in the world, no matter what language we speak, no matter what life we've lived. This is Episode 1, Why Movies Hit Us So Hard. Imagine this. You're sitting in a dark theater. The lights are dim. The screen glows. And for a moment, just for a moment, the world outside disappears. You're not thinking about your to-do list. You're not thinking about your inbox. You're not thinking about the version of yourself you're supposed to be. You're just here, present, suspended, open, receptive. And when it happens, that first emotional hit, wow. Maybe it's a piece of music that feels like it's been following you your whole life. Maybe it's a character who reminds you of someone you once loved. Or just maybe it's a moment that mirrors something you've never said out loud. But whatever it is, it lands. And suddenly, you're not just watching a film. You're remembering something, feeling something, re-experiencing something. Movies do this to us. Effortlessly, instinctively, universally. But why, you may ask? Long before we had psychology, we had stories. Long before we had therapy, we had myths. Long before we had neuroscience, we had characters who mirrored our fears, desires, and contradictions. Storytelling is one of the oldest emotional technologies we have. It's how humans made sense of the world. It's how we learned what to fear and what to trust, and what to love and what to avoid. When you watch a film, you're not just consuming entertainment, you're participating in an ancient ritual, a ritual of meaning making, a ritual of emotional translation, a ritual of seeing yourself reflected in someone else's journey. That's why movies feel so personal. They're not speaking to you intellectually, they're speaking to your emotional lineage. Did you know the brain doesn't know it's just a movie? Here's the wild part. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between what you see on screen and what you've lived in your real life. When a character cries, your mirror neurons activate. When a character falls in love, your dopamine spikes. When a character loses someone, your body responds as if you lost someone. This is why your heart races during a chase scene, why your stomach drops during a breakup, why your chest tightens during confession, why your eyes sting during a goodbye. Movies are emotional simulations. They let us experience life without living it. They let us feel deeply without the consequences. And because the brain treats these experiences as real, the emotions they evoke are real too. The perfect mirror effect. Every film you love is a mirror. Every character you connect with is a reflection. Every emotional moment is a doorway into your own story. Think about the last movie that made you cry. Was it the scene itself? Or was it what the scene reminded you of? Movies hit us hard because they awaken the emotional archives we carry inside us. The heartbreak we never fully healed. The childhood we never fully understood. The dreams we never fully pursued. The versions of ourselves we never fully became. A film doesn't need to match your life to move you. It only needs to echo something true. The global emotional language of cinema. One of the most beautiful things about film, whether it's TV or whether it's a cinematic piece of greatness, it transcends borders. A love story in Seoul can break a heart in Sao Paulo. A coming of age story in Lagos can inspire someone in London. A grief story in Mumbai can comfort someone in Montreal. Emotion is universal. Expression is cultural. But the feeling, oh yes, the feeling belongs to all of us. That is why global cinema resonates so deeply. This is how we experience unity, a unification of sorts, on a global scale. It shows us that even though our worlds look different, because they do, we come from different parts of the world, we see things differently because we do, our hearts still work the same. The moment that breaks you open. Every great film has a moment, a single moment that breaks you open. It might be a whispered line, a quiet gesture, a look that lasts 1 second too long, a truth spoken at the exact moment you needed to hear it. These moments hit us because they reveal something we've been avoiding, or something we've forgotten, or something we've been waiting to feel. Movies don't just show us stories, they show us ourselves. Why we return to certain films. Do you ever notice we return to the same films over and over again? Well, this is why. Just like books, films, we may watch them once, and then there are films we return to. The ones we return to are emotional companions. They grow with us. They change us. They reflect us. When you rewatch a film, you're not just revisiting the story, you're revisiting the version of yourself who watched it last. This is why some films hurt differently over time, why some films heal differently over time, why some films feel like old friends. Oh my gosh, they do. Because they meant something to you. They broke something open in you. They revealed a part of yourself that you never knew existed. They become your friends and friends that you can trust. Movies are emotional time machines. They take us back and they bring us forward. They take us back, then they bring us forward. Before I close, I'd like to reflect on this. Movies hit us hard because they speak the emotional language we were born with understanding. They remind us of who we are, who we were, who we wanted to be, and who we still could be. Cinema is not an escape, it's a return to the deepest parts of ourselves. In our next episode, we explore the science of emotional memory and why certain scenes stay with us long after the credits fade. So, stay tuned to episode 2, The Science of Feeling, How Films Trigger Memory. So I'm glad that you enjoyed this episode with me on the Backstory Movies. Of course, don't forget to visit our website at backstorymovies.com, and please check out the merch at creativityisexpression.com. And I hope that you're checking out. Check this out. I hope you're checking out my new website, my publication. Beautifully done. So check it out at backstorymovies.com, www. I think you know where to go from there. Do check that out and enjoy the show. Enjoy the storytelling writing. And it's been a joy to do that stuff. So this is a creative expression, otherwise known as Annette. But a creative expression is my story name, so I like to go with that. So I hope you enjoy these and other great pieces of work of art that I have to share with you. So have a wonderful, wonderful, creative day. Some stories end, but the ones that matter don't. They echo in the quiet moments, the late night thoughts, the places where your own memories rise to meet them. That's what we explore here at Backstory Movies. Not just what a film shows, but what it stirs, the longing, the almost, the ache that stays long after the credits fade. If something in today's episode stayed with you, a scene, a feeling, a question, follow that thread. There's more waiting for you. Visit backstorymovies.com for deeper dives, cinematic guides, and stories that make you feel something real. Until next time, keep watching closely, keep feeling deeply, and remember, the best stories don't end, they begin again with you.